to ask you, what regime are you working in the association? So I see you always that you are not definitely sitting in the office as I can do so far.
Yes, we have our association works like in, let's say, in the regime of war, but in normal as much as it's possible. We have different locations for all our team, and we work from different locations, of course. And now we absolutely connected and have all necessary communications and business processes as usual, as much as usual, we can say. And it's absolutely normal working days. Of course, we work 24/7 now for our members, for our customers, and for all external and internal parties. Yes.
Yeah. By the way, is the internet connection still working well, or do you have some information that there was already some interruptions, or how is it the situation with the connection?
So in general, we have good internet connection, and again, it's due to some contingency plans implemented as well, and of course reserved channels we have. And so I cannot say to you more, but it's okay with internet.
Fine. It looks to me that thanks to internet and all these digital communication systems, we at least can have this access and communication as well, which was not possible, I mean, 10 years ago or so. And do you communicate with your members?
We also have some, let's say, trainings before, I mean, 2 years before with COVID issues. We absolutely, and industry as well, they just work so from other places, from homes, and they build some system, because now up to, let's say, 2 weeks ago, even before war, yeah, we have about 30% of people is working from offices still, and the mostly people work distantly from their homes, etc. And it gave us good training how to operate in the condition of remote work, and remote work lessons were learned well. And now it's we're in a good shape in this meaning.
Yeah, okay. And don't you miss colleagues? I mean, also personally to meet. Ladies, what do you think?
For sure, there are some process where, like the communication face to face is almost crucial, but still we have the Zoom and so on. We have all of the instruments that help us communicate within the team and with our partners. And of course, we hope that quite soon we'll gather together, and celebrate the victory and come back to the office to work with them.
Yeah,
Alina,
hopefully.
would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I would like to add that actually we asked our companies, and actually they said that around 80 or 90% of their specialists are already working full time. Actually, so they're fulfilling their obligations to clients according to their contracts, and clients do support them very much. They supported them actually in relocation. So from the very beginning, so they offered help with finding transport, with finding where to live, finding and donating even money for just relocating families. So, and what also interesting was that even though it was such extreme conditions, one company said that during the first week of the war, they made very important releases for their customers. So actually, that also confirms that our industry was prepared. It's awful to say, but we were actually prepared for such conditions.
Yeah, I think I understand that the IT sector is the one which is very fast growing, but also very much able to adaptate to the new situation. And thank you guys for that. Of course, we understand that very important is to keep all the business relations and support the businesses which are already existing, the contracts fulfillment. From my point of view, yes, it's important that you can confirm that the deliveries are going on. Yeah, I believe that this is very important message for all of us and our companies and our customers as well. So my question is, how do you think that furthermore we can support your efforts and what we can do? I mean, IT companies in Slovakia and generally the country, what would be the best way of support?
You know, Mario, I can commend this. Thank you again for such approach. We understand that now we have different, let's say, stages of the war, yeah, and I think that on the different stages the support can be also different. So now we're at the stage when, you know, we have how to say, we have a situation which is now will be changing to fast scenario or long-term scenario. We expect this, and so in case of to support all the fights and all the actions of our army to avoid further success, or they have no success, by the way. I mean, Russian troops, they have no success now. We should defend our land, and so at this stage we need more help and aid for army, for people who is fighting on the front. And IT industry also does this help. For example, we donated more than $20 million for this 12 days, previous 12 days, to the army, to the humanitarian needs. And I think that monetary aid, let's say money and some goods, special medicine, etc., will be the most valuable and important at this age, at this stage of the situation of the, you know, because now we more or less set up operations of the companies. I mean, more or less, and I say not more or less, we perfectly did it, and up to, let's say, 80%, yes, okay, 75% of companies working and delivering, yeah. But the main fight is ongoing on the front with the Russian army, so we need to help army. We need to help people on these cities which fight. For example, Kharkiv, Mariupol, you know, it's tragedy and humanitarian tragedy, but still. So I mean that maybe now, today I collect some requests from the aid. I mean, people send me requests. So we need first aid kits. We need some blood stopping stuff. We need some special medicine, because now is the most important. Later, maybe when we stop the fire, stop this war, I mean, physically, no hits, no bombing, we will need other kind of help. But now I think it's the simplest way, the simplest, let's say, way, and maybe the most efficient, to donate to the special funds which we cooperate with, which we can trace the all logistic from the start of this money getting into account to this fund, to the exact people who will get this aid. This is maybe the most efficient way by this stage. Later we will see.
Yeah. Okay, we will issue this information to our members, and I think that also to the general public. That of course you are the one who know best, because we see also that there is quite a large amount of humanitarian aid and a lot of stuff is delivered. But I think, as you said, that you will need in this stage something which is very urgent and money to buy this what you exactly need, and later on there might be a different goods and different ways of help. Yeah,
exactly. And this logistic chain will be tuned up later. Now it's it's the most complicated period when we see a lot of efforts, a lot of things. But of course everything is working. But I mean, if you ask us about what help can be done, I suppose this is the one most unclear, transparent and efficient one. Other ways also possible. We can, for example, purchase special cars, for example, some jeeps or some for army. Okay, but do we have such a possibility? I don't know. I think that first thing we need is first aid kits for our soldiers.
Yeah, as far as I know, the country has been delivering some medical aid like this in last days, and we already discussed with the members of the management of the crisis council how to help, and I will deliver this information further on. That they should listen first, not to organize it locally, because unless you are not in the war, you don't understand the war. That's my point of.
Yes, and the second one, because if you speak about, let's say, material things, but when we speak about some support in information field, and we will talk about this, I think, today as well, we need also strong voice from everywhere to stop business with Russia, to stop business with Russian companies, to stop delivering them services and goods in order to block any opportunity, possibility to finance this war from the, let's say, budget from the state. So this is maybe another part of your help, possible help.
Yeah, for sure. We have informed all our members of IT Association to be aware of the sanction and the sanction list, and to follow the instruction which are in. And okay, as you mentioned it already, so what kind of IT or cyber help we can deliver? Maybe if you already have experienced some cyber attacks from Russia and what we can expect, I think here as well later on.
Yes, this also maybe, so we can discuss this, but I would suggest now, because the situation in cyber is not directly our, how to say, our expertise now, I mean association, but maybe it's more to the state, and we connect you maybe with the special state authorities who can give you much more information. Is the best way. But now we would like to focus on the things we can control, we can, let's say, put efforts on, and maybe, so this is, we just already mentioned two main things, and regarding cyber, we can also think about it and later return to this.
Yeah, I think we should join our voices, and as we had the meeting with Digital Europe, towards the European officials to really strengthen the cyber environment in all EU and new countries of EU, because I think we are quite weak there. And I see that the big plans of Bucharest super center for cybersecurity is not working well. We have got the information that only 70 people is working there. So what is this? What is it? Yeah. So also thanks to your presentation, the Digital Europe, they confirmed already that there will be this will be put on the highest position of the list to work much better in this field. Yeah, we have got some questions from journalists in advance. So the one from GBSK was that do you know about any massive Russian cyber attack so far, which was targeted to the critical infrastructure? If there are already some of those.
So we have no up to date. I have no information regarding some massive attacks, but we still we all know that before even the war, they started some cyber attacks to the governmental portals, web pages of some ministers and some banks in Ukraine, and it was these attempts were taken even before the aggression, and now, of course, but again, massive, no. About massive, we have no information, and if there are, I think we can have enough resources to fight with this and to resist such tries, to such attempts to switch off some infrastructure. And of course, I think we quite good prepared for this.
Yeah, well done, for sure. Alina?
Several days ago, there was a DDoS attack on several media that cover the conflict, Ukrainian media, but actually it took them several hours, I guess, to recover. Actually, yeah, so the attacks are still going on, but our security experts, I think they prepared already to them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I should comment that this DDoS attacks is basic things, and it's very simple, the simplest way, and it's the less dangerous way. So the most dangerous things we see when these attacks performed by the experts and well planned. So until this time, I'm personally I do not have any information regarding such successful ones from their side.
Yeah, from my side, I am also not an expert, but just my, let's say, amateur point of view would be that, yeah, being a superpower, as they call themselves, I would be better prepared. But I don't want to advise this at all. Yeah, at all. But I think that this shows also that there was other plan than to make a long version of invasion. I think so. Okay, there was one question regarding the special Russian encrypted era communication system, which should work through standard 3G, 4G transmitters, which can be knock them out. But I understand from your side that you haven't recognized such attacks so far.
So I have, unfortunately, guys, I have no this information exactly in this area, because it relates more to military people and special troops and special areas, which is people responsible for, because we now focused on the general cyber безпека.
Security.
Yes,
Security.
general cyber security things, what people should do. Yes, not because we have a lot of phishing attacks now for Ukrainian mail servers, for Ukrainian mail, especially because you know that Amazon, Google, they're quite good defended, and some local maybe not so quite good defended. That's why we know about phishing attacks and phishing some letters, and that's why we try to inform people what to do, how not to get this problem onto their own smartphones, etc., and computers. And when we speak about high level of security, so this is an area of professionals and military professionals as well, special cyber forces.
Yeah, do you think I understood that you have experts in this field, and what we see a huge lack of cybersecurity experts all around Europe, particularly also in Slovakia. Hopefully, these words will help us to force the authorities to put more effort on that.
Yes, and I think we can share some experience as well, but it should be done in proper way.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. So my question is to our journalists. Do you have any questions? Máte nejaké otázky? Teraz je tá chvíľa, nech sa páči.
Hey guys, my name is Martin from Týždenník Trend. I would like to ask you what kind of specific steps you are doing right now when it comes to cybersecurity and to be ready for other attacks from hackers from around the world or from Russia, and how do you fight disinformation, or is there any specific plan how you are going to how you are going to support your IT sector to be ready for these attacks from Russia? Thank you very much.
Let me take this question. Okay, so first of all, we are not working from the stretch. Yeah, we have some. So in general, we have a lot of things done, and this current situation shows that this quite efficient. I'm not being an expert again, not being so deeply involved in this. I can say that in general, we see that there are some plans, there are some strategic and tactics, and I hope it will be successful further. but all the details and other things is out of my competence now, and unfortunately I cannot tell you more. So regarding the in general level of let's say expertise, we proud of Ukrainian IT guys and IT people. We have very good. We're prepared for these things as well. So and otherwise we will have another picture now. So in general, yes, we are right. We it's another front, you know. It's a cyber front, and it also in the time of war, it lives. It exists on the special rules of the war.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. There is another question from Mr. Matsko, who is remotely has sent the question. If you can compare the productivity of your work now and before, if you could compare it.
So in general, if we speak about industry or if we speak about my personal, let's say, I mean, I understand that maybe question addressed to the industry. Of course, some productivity a bit lower than usual, but it's still very, very high. And even higher because the motivation, you know, we have strong motivation now because we just used to work 24/7 because we want to overcome this as fast as it's possible. And each of us make, you know, there are some things which we cannot influence on, but there are a lot of things which we can do and directly influence on. So this is our slogan now. We do our best. We're highly motivated. We highly we have energy for this. We have knowledge, and we very consolidated now. So the productivity, because companies and business, they stop being competitors now. They started to cooperate, to help. I know a lot of things. And by the way, we even in this time, our associations is growing and new members coming to us. It's unbelievable. Yesterday, we have several applications to join IT Ukraine. And this is international and Ukrainian companies. This give me very how to strong belief that we on the right side and on the right way.
Yeah, you are doing fantastic job. Yeah, really. This is a strong message that there is the competition changed to cooperation. I think
exactly.
That's very.
I would also add that, for example, well, definitely we all of us, yes, have a high level of stress right now, yes, and we're anxious about our relatives, friends, and so on. But this cooperation we are feeling, this support that is shared right now is something unbelievable. For example, like people within one companies, or even like from companies competitors, yes. But still, if someone is, for example, you know, fleeing Ukraine or fleeing some high like hot points, let's say so, yeah. Some other guys who are not responsible for projects, for example, they're backing them up, yes, not to destroy this process, and so on. So delivery is going on, and we keep on working. Maybe maybe the productivity is lower, but we work more hours and more days because of this. Because actually of inspiration, yes, and our attempts to help the industry and help the economy help each other.
And what is important as well, I would like to add, Olga, thank you, that we have distributed offices in other countries, so, and people just working normally. And this is very great advantage by this moment, because if we will be only in Ukraine, yeah, operating in Ukraine, of course, it's different. But when we're operating in different countries and plus Ukraine, it gives us very good power to continue business and everything. So.
Yeah, I see the strength in cooperation for sure. And there is another question coming from Mr. Mishkarik. Exapachi, Martin.
Thank you very much. I have another question, and it's regard disinformation, because, for example, in Slovakia, we have several websites which spread Russian disinformation. And my question is that if there is or if there are any other websites also in Ukraine which has been turned off, because for example in Slovakia we turned off some of these websites which spread disinformation, and how it is in Ukraine. Are there any websites which been turned off, or how it is there? Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. Well, it's actually going on constantly. We reveal any channels which distribute disinformation. So actually, and all the community, I guess, all Ukrainians just they communicate with each other, and we try to block them and to turn them off. Actually, it's also, and TV channels were blocked, and Telegram channels, any media. So we do it constantly, actually, and we reveal new, and also try to block them. That's what we do.
No, I mean that yes, and of course we have a great part in it of some ministers and some official parts, of course, like IT association. We support just information. We create some not disinformation, but we create real information and spread it among our members and their customers. But in general, in Ukraine, this is third front. You know, we have cyber, we have fight on the fields, and we have information war, because and the information war maybe 70%, you know, of this, because people just sticking on these channels, and half of them is with disinformation, and they create a new. And for example, we have in other cases when some funds, some special foundations for donations, they have false addresses, false accounts, and so on. And people can go to the site and thinking that they donate for an army, but they donate for the fake accounts, and some money goes to other people, and such resources is also monitoring and blocked as well, as far as it's as fast as it possible. And some transactions in cryptocurrencies also available, so it's very high potential of risk of let's say mistransactions, and etc. etc. A lot of things is going on, yes. But we trust. By the way, we can share with you some channels in Telegram which absolutely confirmed and trustworthy. Maybe we can share this, and you can share among your members, because it's like daily by minute news, and this can help you to understand what is going on. But in general, my rule now is to read news in the morning and in the evening, because a lot of things happening, but a lot of work to be done. We can stick on this all the time.
Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you very much. Are there any further questions?
I have a suggestion. Constantine, Ola, and Alina, please don't forget to send us any IBANs, any account numbers you want to publish us, to send us to all our contacts where we can support your efforts in your fight. Okay?
Yes, and let me comment, and thank you very much. So I would propose to do like this. Now we finalizing our cooperation memorandum with one of the trusted and our partners foundation, and it will be the one main source for us to collect donations, because this will be very easy. Even one person can scan this QR code and send $1, for example, or it's big company can send $100,000. We will most of this, on top of this, we can report on each donation what is going on and where is it spent. And this is our main target now for this 1-2 days, to establish this process, and we will share with you, and we'll ask you to spread this information as soon as it will be like official channel of IT Ukraine, to support Ukraine. And this is maybe very reasonable to have one channel, one foundation, and one, let's say, partner in our image. Yeah, like IT Ukraine is industry, and the fund is for the industry for Ukraine. Because a lot of things we can, of course, you can donate for UNHCR, for National Bank of Ukraine. It's also, of course, important. But maybe in order to have such results and monitoring what is going on, is better to work with some special fund which is in partnership with us. So we will share with you, and thank you for each euro, each dollar, each hryvnia.
Okay, thank you. For sure, we will distribute this information to our members. Yesterday we had a call with 40 members. We announced that we will deliver the further information on how to help, what to do regarding the businesses, regarding the sanctions, and also, of course, the aid, as you mentioned. There is one more question from Martin.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I have very last question. And the question is that if you are guys ready, or if it is even possible that internet connection will be attacked and you will lost your internet connection, if you have any action B when you will have not a very good internet connection, what then? Thank you.
So it's, of course, it's not a good scenario, and we have some reserve channels, I mean, like industry. And by the way, we use Starlink as well, some of companies, some of critical points. And I think that, so this scenario is quite, let's say, of course, everything is possible now, you know, after this missile attacks, I think. But we have some plans, yes, how to reduce these risks. And again, we have now 100% of our power, I mean, manpower and the business teams in Ukraine. We have very distributed system, distributed network. So we have reserve channels and reserve electricity sources to keep the main channels of communication. And of course, it's satellite, and as well reserve some channels by satellites.
Okay, thank you. Of course, no connection, no control. That is already known for thousands of years. We have a proverb here: "Bez spojení není velení." So without connection, no control. So hopefully there will be connection all of the time. So thank you very much for your time. Good luck, and keep on victory.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All the best, guys. Hold on, yes. And
Exactly.
please, Constantine, don't forget to share us the information of how to support you, okay?
Exactly. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. All the best.
All the best.
Thank you. Take care.
Slava
Thank
Ukraini.
you for Heroям
Героям
слава.
слава.
Героям слава.
Героям слава.